Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Yow vlog. I just wanted to give you guys a final update of what's going on before I disappear out of town. Yes, I'm getting married tomorrow. Very excited. I got this brand new hat that my brother got for me. Very styling. I'm going to be rocking that, of course, trimming the hair back a little bit. Of course, keeping the sideburns. Don't worry, don't worry. But I'm really excited for that, and well, I know that you guys are excited about tomorrow, not because of my wedding, but because all of this TF2 patch craziness seems to be coming together in a firestorm, and I think that things are going to be landing tomorrow. That's my impression. It seems to be where things are heading. There's a couple things that really lead to this. I suggest you guys, if you hadn't seen the speculation, go to Reddit /r/TF2. There's a lot of people who are getting involved with. I guess this is kind of an ARG, I'm blanking on the word right now, but a treasure hunt of sorts. Valve is dropping these infos, and you gotta find out more stuff, and there's clues, and who knows. All of that's really exciting though, and June 19th, back in 2008. Was the original Pyro update, so the 4-year anniversary of that, which is crazy. I remember when there was all the servers were flooded with Pyros, and they had the back burner, which was crazy powerful when it first came out, and the flare gun, and it was just Pyros everywhere. Of course, no air blast yet, but just Pyros everywhere. It was madness. It was madness. So Meet the Pyro, maybe possibly coming out. Possibly though, much bigger updates. There are the rumors of the new game mode. MVM is kind of the rumored name of it, which we don't really know what that stands for. Possibly man versus machines. Yeah. So I'm gonna be disappointed that I'm gonna miss the fun of what's going on with that. It is always a ton of fun to hop on the servers, to get gaming as soon as new patches drop, because these events are one of the reasons why we love TF2, and it's constantly updating nature. So very excited for that, very excited for you guys. I will admit at this point that I have played that game mode in earlier states, and it is awesome. That's all I'm going to say. It's probably way more polished now and way more fun. And so if that's coming out, it's going to be awesome. If it's Meet the Pyro that's coming out, that's going to be awesome. Definitely stoked to see this stuff, although I might be a little preoccupied. Other stuff that's going on that I'm not going to be able to see, but that you guys are going to be able to see. We have finally nailed down the details on the ESEA LAN and our plans for coverage of it. We are going to be covering it in coordination with ESEA once again. Very excited about that. I was grumbling a little bit in the extra vision this week, but they finally got back to me. We made the plans. We're going to make it happen. ESEA _orange is where our stream is going to be, representing for TF2, representing for ESEA, and all the wonderful sponsors. We're going to have Seabear, Duder. They're going to be the main commentators holding it down. Probably Sigma and some of those other guys are going to be jumping in as well, but those are the two dudes who are going to be holding it down. And also Dr. Shadow Puppet's in charge of the production, getting the graphics, and coordinating with Sal, who's going to be on site. Michael's going to be there representing for XTV as well, and I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm going to drag in Lang because he also offered his help earlier. So hopefully Lang's going to help us, get some players over for some interviews. ESEA is actually going to have a Skype booth, basically, that we can use, just like a post-game interview for other sports where they bring the player over. You got the sponsors on the wall behind you, and we're going to be able to do interviews right away, bring those to the stream, and I'm very excited about that. It's a very cool feature that ESEA is hooking up for us, and I think it's going to be a top-notch event, top-notch production, and we're super stoked for it. So definitely looking forward to that. We want to rectify, everything that we kind of had some roadblocks with last season. We're going to make sure that we get those VODs to you guys. We're going to make sure that we're uploading the highest quality videos to our channel. Really excited about it. So it's going to be a fantastic event, top 4 teams. And also, hopefully, we're going to have a preview show for you guys next week featuring Seabear and company, talking about the LAN, the status of the teams, and what we should expect coming out of this. It's going to be huge. There's a lot to be excited about right now because also, we've been doing the fundraising. We just started it since the ESEA LAN fundraising was a huge success. Again, shout out to all of our donors, everybody who helped contribute to that. We're also making plans to try and get a European team to, or sorry, a North American team to this European LAN and i46. And, you know, we've launched that effort, but I do admit that, you know, some of those details are a little sparse. You know, one aspect of it is that we are going to have this qualifying event, which right now we're looking at July 8th. And so we're going to have 4 teams compete against each other there, the 4 teams from ESEA LAN. And at that point, then we're going to know where these guys are flying out of, and we can get a better, more accurate look at their ticket prices. You know, we've already done some exploring in terms of accommodations for these guys, getting PCs, and doing that sort of stuff. So I think that you know, is going to be a great effort. We want to give back to the donors as well. You know, our priority, of course, is getting the players there. We're planning on doing a documentary there. We're really excited about that event. Like, you know, some people have been talking about, like, why, you know, why should I, as a general TF2 player, you know, contribute to this of sending just this small group of players to this event? You know, why not just give money towards a tournament, you know, where they can make this money? Or, you know, if, you know, what's the point of this? Sure, it's cool that we're going to have Europe versus North America, but, you know, and really, you know, TF2 as an esport compared to StarCraft, Dota, Counter-Strike, you know, all these other games have a really long history of competition. You know, StarCraft, it started with the first StarCraft. Dota 2, obviously you had Dota, and then in between Dota you had Han and you had LoL, and they've been developing for a long time. And with Team Fortress as a game has been around for a very long time. My long-term history in general is terrible. But, you know, Quake Fortress is where it got started, and then, of course, Team Fortress Classic. Team Fortress Classic was like 12 years ago. So Team Fortress has been around, but with the large gap between Team Fortress Classic and TF2, kind of the esports scene that was there for Team Fortress Classic really kind of diminished, you know, and got really small. And so TF2 really didn't have any prior organization, prior community to build upon. And so I think that this, you know, is really a huge step for TF2 as an esport. Like, it's continuing to develop, and, you know, whether you prefer 6s or you prefer Highlander, like, Highlander even is less developed than 6 is. i46 is going to have a Highlander tournament, and, you know, depending on, I'm not even totally sure on the timing, if 6's teams can compete in the Highlander event as well. We'd love to do that if that's the case, but, you know, Highlander, there's more people to travel. There's more people to get places. And this is really the dream of TF2 as an esports. You know, it's not even, you know, I mean, there's the higher dream of, like, oh, yeah, like, I could play TF2 as a professional player all day and just get paid for being a professional player. And, you know, I think a lot of people in the TF2 community realize that that's really not a realistic goal, you know. But at the same time, like, we're building this as a community, and it's a sport, and it's an online community. But as an online community, getting together in person really strengthens those bonds as a community. And the i40 series have really been the focal point of that for the European community. And in North America, like, we have the ESEA LAN, and the ESEA LAN is fantastic, but it's also a specific LAN to a league. The competition is top level, but you don't have a wide range of players that are just going there to play and not necessarily, you know, compete fiercely or are part of killer teams already. You know, that they're just there to have fun. And the ETS LAN in Canada was like that. It was a really, you know, great feel-good vibe of the TF2 community coming together. And I think i46, you know, represents like a really awesome event. And you know, a community building event and a top level competition and accomplishing something that we just haven't been able to accomplish before. TF2 is really a global community. That's one of the great things. I mean esports, and I mean traditional sports as well, where it's like you look at the European Cup, you look at World Cup, talking about soccer, you know, but the Olympics, you know, just international competitions of being able to meet people from different countries, different communities, different societies, and hang out and get to know each other. I mean, that really strengthens the community. So I think, you know, this really represents you know, that there's these people that are playing 6s, that have been working on this for a long time. They're top teams. Some of these players have been playing since the beta, and this is their hobby. And you know, if this was soccer and we're at the beginning stages of soccer, you know, and somebody's like, hey, you know, I want to have this thing, I'm thinking about calling it the World Cup, and we just need these teams to get there, and you know, I mean, there is a cash prize that is involved in I46, but it's not even about that, you know. We just want to get these players there to have that experience, to strengthen the bonds of the community as a whole, and to be able to share that experience with you guys as well. Like, we want to make that documentary, as we were talking about, and I just think it'd be really cool, really great experience. So our fundraising continues for that, and as I get back from my honeymoon, we're going to hit that extra hard again, and we're definitely going to be pushing forward. So really excited about all that stuff. Also check out our merchandise store. We don't have an I46 fundraiser shirt up there right now, but that's definitely a possibility we might set up and get rolling. But right now, you know, those merchandise sales just go to X Television, you know, supporting what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish for you guys. So we definitely appreciate that, and there's some cool Ballin' t-shirts. Those t-shirts, they are doing a rush printing on the Seriously Bro for the team, so the team will be wearing those polos at the LAN, but I'm not entirely sure whether, you know, my orders that I put in for our donors, or whether if you guys order a Seriously Bro, if those will be rushed as well. Those t-shirts will be going to print on the 4th of July. So this little vlog turned into a 12-minute masterpiece. That's how it always goes with me. But definitely wanted to inform you guys of everything that's been going on. It's been a really busy last couple of months for me, but we've gotten a ton done, and you know, I'm just excited to keep rolling, to keep moving forward. Obviously, I'm very excited to get married, continue my life with my loving lady, and yeah, pretty much. I was joking in the last Extra Vision. I said next time there'll be a Mrs. Eckstein. Some of you guys interpreted that as her making a cameo on the show, which we'll probably do. We actually wanted to do it that last weekend, but you know, sometimes the timing just doesn't work out. We're down there shooting in our studio, and she's off training people. So, oh well. But definitely sometime we'll get her on the show on camera, so you guys can meet the love of my life. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed this. If you stay tuned for the entire time, much love. I love you guys. Keep watching. More great stuff coming from XTV. Peace out.